someone to tell me what's going on here. And I would say we can jump into game number 1 here on Arabia. It's an elimination match. Nikov with a Hans pocket. His flank will be FedEx with Chinese. The other pocket will be Juan, the returning son. Spanish pocket. Monos Aztec flank, so perfect positioning for them. Chinese flank, Aztec pocket for Back T. Unfortunately, I would say. We have ACM, the Spanish pocket, and same name, VNS Yellow as the flank position here. So perfect positioning for our Argentinians, and looks like pretty reasonable map as well. Let's reduce the scroll speed a bit, and we want to see the board steals. Dude, if some board steals are happening, I will show them. But thanks for your concern. And if I talk about grills, I can get so distracted. Especially like Locker, he's even playing AOC. Would be, and Odette as well. Damn, all my like whatever my mother wished me might come true. Nearly grill expert. Whoa. Whoa. When was the last event you hosted where 2 grills arrived at your football nerd party? Huh? So it feels like I'm on a roll, for sure. Not the greatest wood here for, say my name, quite far off, but well, he can wall it quite reasonably, but yeah, some archers behind there is absolutely an option. The map for ACCM is horrible as well. Yeah, he has Spanish pocket, so it won't hurt him too much, but look at that, like, oh, actually this spot wouldn't have been too bad, but he didn't scout that so far. Why are Germans beaten so early? Because they are bad. But they will win the Silver League and will get 9th place, so all good, all good. Grill means barbecue? No. Grill means female human being with pulse and breast, but pulse is optional. So let's see what Back T will play out of the pocket position here with Aztecs. He has a pretty short distance towards his enemy flank player. So maybe we'll be able to do some aggression here against Mr. Monos himself. He's mini Back T. Okay. Oh, because of pausing. Back T making a joke there. Oh, not the greatest ball war, but it's okay, I would say. Oh. Aren't grills usually outside? Ah.
Timo.
Oh, we're getting into the really deep thoughts here. Oh, that looks like a boar steal. Good that we joined the game so early. And let's take a look, where's this other boar? Up here to the north. So yeah, Seminame playing it with 3 boars against the Chinese FedEx, and that's a pretty ugly spot. Yesterday we had a team game of FedEx, went for scouts as a flank, and yeah, somewhat died after that. So maybe trying to experiment a bit more with the plays here. And now with 1, oh, and even 2 sheep. How is he not seeing those 2 sheep? FedEx. Jesus Christ, but now finding them. Okay, last chance. Your name is Niddy. Please don't ask to say your name again. Name is Niddy. Please don't ask to say your name again and again. Nearly. Why? What's my name? Say it, please. I don't get that. FedEx stealing Nikov's spore. Well, he only has one, and Nikov has a second one incoming, so no, not really. Yeah, now I feel like singing the intro song of New Girl. Who's that boy? Who's that boy? It's Neely. Oh, so my name, early barracks, might be a rush into, I would say, feudal aggression with that open map. But I will see. FedEx should have stolen his boar. Yeah, especially because Nikov is pushing the deer anyways. Yeah, would have been a good option. We saw a beautiful play yesterday on Team Acropolis and Side the Hump that Mongol players, actually it was only Side the Hump, that Mongol players actually got the boars of their teammates there. On the very small area. So on the way to Feudal Age is Monosh and say my name, so no drush of him, but that looks like M&A aggression. Do you ever play League? What do you mean? Rocket League? League of Legends? What do you think of Pam, Warmboy splitting up? I've heard he's taking it hard. I don't think that I know what you're talking about, so I will just say I don't play it. FedEx needs to drop some food. About 25 with a reasonable uptiming, I believe. 14 seconds late there. And probably will still go for some skirms. Yeah, I don't see him going on gold this far. Monash playing that sex, didn't build a single. Oh, big team walls here of VNS coming up, and seems like Cool is playing this instant FC without even dropping a barracks. Continuing his team vaults, and we see back T, yeah, heading up with those team vaults as well. So those two will be walled, most likely, if they continue to the top here. ACM will probably go for some knights. At least that's what I'm expecting. And do we see any aggression coming out from Semename? Yes! Arriving there and should be able to block that gold here. Especially when the M&A upgrade finishes. And that's pretty good start for him. Scout Militia here out as well. Shouldn't take any damage on the Scout. And not on the Militia as well. He wants to get them up to the M&A upgrades was still full HP. Let's take a look how that goes. Not on gold, and he will be housed as well. FedEx in some trouble, is asking for the Scout of Nikov. Might snag a villager here, not really. But yeah, very low on wood, not getting an archery range out. Where did you get that house? Okay, and he has a lot of food here. So look at that, like 7 villagers on the berries and 4 + 1 maybe on the deer? That's so weird. And yeah, I have no idea what he's playing. On the other side, Monash going for the double archery range, and by the amount of... Oh, back T, the pocket position rush for him. We did see the barracks, but I didn't say that the rush was incoming. Could be a bit annoying here. Back T is getting his militia in before the water finishing. Monash needs to run quite a bit here, but will most likely not lose a single villager unless Back T is getting the biggest blocks of ever. And yes, he did. Nice path finding here, or nice blocking of the path, better said, by Back T. And now Monash in somewhat of a trouble, being kept away off gold as well. M&A pretty active, and indeed FedEx did switch on to scouts here. Not 100% sure how that will turn out. And yeah, archer transition for Semename. We see Cool not going on stone, so that will not be any conquistadors for them. Let's take a look at Juan. I don't see him on stone either, so double knights from the pocket positions here. And then we will see what Back T will go for. 5 militia, but 1436 is quite a late uptiming. It's going for 32 villagers. Is it an option? Oh, Venus Cool actually going for scouts here? No, no. Right? What's going on? Oh no, that's yeah, Blacksmith is coming up as well. So that will be an FC. Crepo. I never ever played League of Legends. I played one game of Dota in my life, Dota 1, and never played any MOBAs ever. So I cannot really give you any answers to that. But probably if I would play, I would be a typical mid player. Some aggression now towards FedEx, and that will be interesting, him on scouts. How he will be able to defend against Spearman Archer aggression. But it seems like he is getting the walls up, maybe even the tower in time. Well, the tower will finish before the walls. Yeah, looks good. Seems like a reasonable defense. Nikov is 40% castle age. Needs the wall here at the front now. Nice team communication, looks alright. Agnes, yeah, thanks. And let's see how that will play out. Back T with this very late up timing, but is building the blacksmith, so we won't see a pure sling. And it feels like Nikov will have all those walls up. The archers of Semonam won't do much. Maybe could have focused on trying to break down those walls here, but he obviously felt like he could have a timing, and he would have if the team communication wasn't as great here, and Nikov wouldn't have the walls up. Not going for his main goal spot at the moment. Should have a pretty good TC place over here. Back T trying to still be annoying. 18-13 uptime, and he's going for fletching, so we will see Back T going for crossbows out of the pocket position and Cool going for double knights. Interesting stuff. FedEx trying to be annoying against the archers, but microed back here, they won't do much. And guys, my daily reminder, if you are on the stream and enjoy it, that's great and highly appreciated. But please don't hate on other streamers. Everyone is trying their very best and trying to do as great of entertainment as they can. So just say I like Nearly and not like I hate X or something. It is a tough world and people on the internet are very critical. It's tough. For streamers, we have feelings as well. Cool, no upgrades so far, and no extra TC as well. Not a lot of kills so far. We have 5-5 at the teams. Yeah, FedEx somewhat around here and trying to disturb a bit. Where are his stone spots? One at the front here and the other one at the left hand side, so he could be able to do that. Let's see if Nikov has the timing now against Semonam. Where are the knights of HCM? They're somewhat around, being very aggressive here, but FedEx sitting behind reasonable walls. Having 400 HP is the lowest point, I would say. Nikov, let's take a look if he can grab something. At the same time, Cool trying to find an engagement, but is running in the army of Monosh and losing at least one knight and some HP here without even getting any hits done. Nikov, oh, the double wolf here even helping out. T90 in the chat. And Nikov, look at that. Trying to micro his hurt knight back while the other knights are still fighting. Beautiful micro by him. Wouldn't be surprised to see a monastery coming up at home pretty soon. And now they're pushing into FedEx. He needs to wall more and more. But those archers, they should have a pretty nice placement. Needs to wall over here. I would have even preferred to see the walls a bit more aggressive, because crossbows over here in the castle age could be pretty annoying. FedEx for now, trying to re-wall is somewhat safe. Didn't lose a lot of villagers yet, I would say. Maybe the first one now, but no, microing him or her back in time as well. Nikov at the same time against a very bad map of Semonam, obviously doing some pressure, but he's still heavily into feudal age army and can get the damage done. Not even losing a single villager. Can he save him? But Nikov, nice split micro again, sees what he needs to do, what his capabilities are with the knights, and goes for the maximum damage. That's one will. Yeah, loses one in exchange, but yeah. We will see big engagement over here at the right hand side. Not really. Where's Bacti with all his army? He is still having his 5 militia out and running around. Pretty interesting stuff. They did cut those though. And finally Bacti is coming and going forward. 1 extra TC makes that 2 extra TCs. So his boom won't be the worst. At the same time, what? At 43 villagers as well already. Trying to find another engagement, the same name, and maybe they can snipe some down against the tower. For now, FedEx absolutely safe. But they need to count on Nikov, who is at 49 villagers, and that's 4 advantage against ACM. Nikov, just incredible, with going for a lot of knights and still doing a very strong boom. One of the very strongs there in the world, I would say. Oh, cool. Needs to retreat here. Cannot fight the 2v1. Where is the army of Bacti now coming in? They have a small window where Bacti has Bodkin, Arrow, and Crossbowmen against only Feudal Age archers. Let's see if they want to take this engagement now. Huan, not a single upgrade. Cool. Already has Bloodlines and the +1 defense. That's the worst timing for the Argentinians to take. Let's take a look. They're trying to micro back a bit. Huan is trying to go down back, and Monosh will take some damage. He's getting the upgrades in now. But the hill is for Bacti, trying to get more kills. If they get the archer count down to 5 or 6, that would be enormous. But Huan has enough knights to force them back. No +2 for now. I believe Mono should have a pretty easy hold. Where are the crossbows? Bacti still sitting at home. At the same time, yeah, say my name, and assume we're pushing through and actually denying the gold now of Nikov. Look at that. Only 2 villagers working on gold here. And Nikov only having +1 defense. Let's take a look. Big engagement over here. No, not really. Another +2 for Cool. That will be finished. So he has Bloodlines and +2 before Huan has any upgrades finished. But Bloodlines, yeah, on the way. Let's take a look. And that's pretty annoying here for the poor Nikov. Who's still 4 villagers ahead. Refusing to lose any. Now finally the militia are joining the forces here. And we're going for a defense upgrade. More crossbowmen, still some at home, having the waypoints. And ACM, let's take a look. That would be this timing indeed to add the stables. And he knows the timings as well as I do. Or he's as late as I am. Whatever you want to call it. Being annoying here against Nikov. And might lose a villager left and right. And those are his first real losses. Only 2 on gold still. Now trying to get on gold over there. And that's such a good position. That's mainly because FedEx is still lacking all the army. Now going for the upgrades. Oh, that even looks like ballistics to me. At the same time, trying to be annoying. Bacti is getting some damage done. That's the main gold spot here of Monash. Pretty unfortunate for him. Therefore, the villagers at a smaller spot, not really working to the best efficiency. Let's take a look. This might be a big engagement. Bacti trying to force them back. And now we see the big engagement at both sides. We see Semaname trying to take the hill. ACM around. He has all the upgrades. Nikov still missing Bloodlines, trying to micro here. It is the uphill fight for FedEx. So at the same time, we don't see an engagement over here. Trying to go for the hill, and that looks like Nikov might lose all his knights here, and FedEx still didn't claim the hill. Very good fight here for the Vietnamese guys, and they are killing all the knights now. Still on the hill, can kill more villagers on the gold spots, and Nikov really struggling to get his production out. Only now going for another gold spot. That straggler is annoying for him as well. FedEx trying to go for some snipes. At the same time, trying to avoid the engagement here is Bacti. Cool. I believe they need to take it now. Maybe push at the same time at the front. Beautiful timing here. And that will be a lot of dead villagers. They're just trying to lure the army away as far as they can. And more crossbows and more knights are pushing in. Beautiful move. And Mona's in a world of trouble. But not as much as Mr. Nikov here, who maybe wants to get some converts in. His only chance to increase his knight count at the moment. Where's Say My Name's army? I'm scrolling in no man's land. I'm a bit confused. Oh, there they are. Coming more crossbows now. But still, the hill advantage is so big for them. Even killing the stable. That's not the biggest thing ever, but should be helping out some. And Mona's not really happy here. Asking for more help indirectly at the same time. Juan will clear up everything of Back T and Cool here. Monash is coming out and helping from behind. FedEx needs to run only one defensive upgrade. The Knights are closing the distance. This looks very good here for ACCM and Semaname on the left hand side. And reasonably well for Back T and Cool at the right hand side. Especially because Monash is eating raids left and right. Look at that, going down to 34 villagers. FedEx at 46. Yeah, other side 68 is the lowest. The rest looking around 80. Nikov somewhat getting on to higher numbers now, but we'll lose villagers from that gold spot again. Same name. ACM still only one villager ahead against Nikov. I have no idea how he's doing that. He has 3 TCs, all of so many idle villagers all this time, and still keeping up the numbers. Going for the right hand side gold spot now. But so annoying and so much pressure. Right hand side. Mona's now coming. But one knight is still in 1 HP and still getting the kills done. Obviously, it's not like super intuitive to right click on that one knight there. But he's putting them back to work and will lose more and more. Going down to 30 villagers now. Monash in a world of trouble. Yeah, Juan has a lot of knights and will clear that up quite easily. But still, he will be so far behind. More stable settled there, going for the kill. Back T going for the last eco upgrades. I wouldn't be surprised to see him going Imperial Age pretty soon as well. And still the full control of that hill here. And Nikov had no other chance to, or like, I like his TC placement there a lot, so yeah, you cannot really fault him. But unfortunate offensive goal position here, really hurting him at the moment. Semaname keeping the hill, has the same upgrades. This looks like ballistics as well, all the arrows hitting, and look at that, purple knights just streaming in here. Same time, Juan now pushing back. He's the one keeping Argentina's hopes alive. But now camels added, some monks even, so yeah, you cannot really do the one-man show. Back T indeed is going up, and as we can see, scale mail armor on the way. That means we will see Eagle Warriors out of the pocket position here from him. Big engagement, Monash has so many more crossbows, that's why the camels won't be too efficient for Cool, but can easily retreat, has a TC up here in the front, has a pretty solid eco, 97 villagers there, and yeah, just in full control. Semaname still very active. ACM needs to retreat, and they Nikov only now getting wheelbarrow. Okay, that's a unfortunate timing for him. ACM sending villagers to the front. Not 100% sure what he's trying to go for. I don't expect a siege workshop. I don't expect a castle. Maybe a monastery would be an option. But I still don't know. Big engagement now here on the left hand side. We don't have a lot of army at this time for the Vietnamese guys. They're going to Imperial Age. Lots of camels here trying to hold the crossbowman. Yeah, this looks like a very good raid here, and Juan's numbers are very convincing. But Back T's Eagle Warriors will be the big unit. Interesting castle placement, but it feels like, yeah, just the TC fire. It's doing so much damage against all those crossbows. And enough camels out to fight off the knights. Juan is sending in more. He is producing like a madman. Look at that. 4 stables over here, 2 over here. So 6 stable production. What are those villagers doing? They're now fighting off the villagers. FedEx sending in more crossbows, but always fighting uphill. Not the greatest efficiency. Now he has the higher numbers. Let's take a look. ACM going for the very early patrol. Crossbowman under danger against the Magnol shot maybe, but not going for it now. Camels are protecting the Magnol quite nicely. Crossbowman helping out there as well for Back Team. Where is he going with all his barracks? Here at the front, already grouping them up, and the GG is coming in. Convincing performance. ACCM here with a really nice engagement. Same name, just so far ahead against FedEx, and Nikov couldn't do much against the big double. Unfortunate spot for him over here, and at the same time Monash with a very bad map. Look at that exposed gold spot. Wood spot super exposed against crossbows as well, and just one time they got a bit on the back foot and therefore lost it here. Interesting strategy. Adsex Pocket going for the crossbows here, and yeah, really making it work. And yeah, pretty late upgrades here, I would say. Horse color. But it didn't really matter. For CA now, getting the raids in, and FedEx. That was a horrible start. Chinese with one less boar. That's pretty ugly to play. Cool, with all his knights. Yeah, killing so many villagers of Monash here. His village account at 41. Look at that. FedEx 53. And the rest of them all around 100. 91 for 7 aim. Oh, that Castle Age timing and the Feudal Age timing of FedEx really deterred them so much. They're not getting the gold spot there. Aye. Not the greatest adjustment if you ask me. But what can you do? I said several times now. Chinese flank with one less boar is super ugly to play. Maybe the boar sling would have been an option there. Nikov sending one boar over to FedEx. Nice observation there by Robo. Could you give me some feedback if you saw any drop frames? Because no one is ever complaining, but my OBS is telling me about drop frames, which is kind of confusing. That's weird. Okay. Seems like we have some quiet downtime. Only 4 ADP. Okay. I believe we got another sign up for a Friday event as well. No. That's already Papaya who added, right? Yeah. Okay guys, how did you like that game? DNS going for a lot of aggression. Bacteria with the crossbows out of the pocket position there. That was pretty interesting. Did you go wash your clothes? Oh yeah, I could do that. Thanks so much, mate. So I actually like they weren't really dry, but still I have like wet ones in the washing machine. Yes, I will be back in 3 minutes, I would say. You can see the spectator there. Nothing big happening. No, wait. Oh! That's a guy who actually makes all the smileys for me. So, thank you so much, mate. And now you can use Nearly High as well. Yeah, we still need to work something out there to thank you. And did you see my thumbnail for the AOE2 coaching on my YouTube? I'm not 100% happy how the hippo face looks yet, but I like the general idea of that. Going balls deep on the sub. Oh man. Pre-coaching session in AOE2. Yeah, that would be reasonable. Ooh? Need to have 5? Okay. Or I could let you coach me in Minesweeper. Well, I think I'm only slow, right? Am I missing stuff when I play Minesweeper? Minesweeper coaching more. Well, I did finish like 2 out of my last 2 medium size things. Am I that bad? I thought like results were on my side. There's some patterns to Minesweeper. What is Hex Cells, Robo? Oh yeah, you did see me play quite of stuff. Like Minesweeper now, Q-Warp, Mario Kart, Age of Empires. You aren't bad, you just don't see the logic patterns as quickly. Yeah, well, as I said, I played now 4 games, I believe, after like 15 years. Oh, I could do like Dive Kick at one point as well. That's a pretty good game as well. Hexels. Oh, that looks like mindfuck games. Ah, that's Minesweeper with 6 sides, not 4 sides. Or like 6 sides instead of 8 sides, right? Okay. Ah, okay. 30 brain-teasing puzzles! Okay. Well, maybe another day. It's Sudoku plus Minesweeper, okay. Yeah, now the whole map of Argentina. Let me see. We don't see pattern. I'm not 100% sure if it's always solvable. Well, everything is always solvable. Sometimes it's right, sometimes it's wrong, right? You're thinking arena. Okay. I don't think so either. Islands 100% without pattern? Tattoo saying Chaos Pit or Golden Hill or Migration. Okay guys, speculate 450. Everyone who leaves is dumb. And I will do some laundry. Be right back in. I hope, yeah, clearly before the spec delay ends. Whoops, so much saying I will be there in time. And Arena indeed, so knowledgeable. Those guys, man. And yeah, let's take a look at it together. We will have Nikov with the Mongols at the flank. We have Spanish Pocket here for Monos, Persians for Juan, and FedEx playing the Mayans. On the other side we have Cool with Mayans as well, Spanish for SCM, Persians for Say My Name, and Aztecs for Back-T. So the only difference is Aztecs for Back-T against Mongols of Nikov, and that will be pretty tough for him, I would say. Probably the slowest civilization, the Aztecs, and against the fastest civilization here, Back-T. But VNS without Mongols is GG, says Mr. Dracont. Well, let's see if the Mongols player is actually getting onto Elite Mangolites in the long run, or if Back-T's aggression will maybe force Nikov to play it pretty unfortunate here. Especially because if Monash wants to go for some conquistadors and help out, that won't really be an option. Not really sure what they could go for. Maybe just wall a bit here and build a defensive castle towards Nikov. Not 100% sure what the best option is. And to fight off against Back-T's potential aggression coming here. Positions virtually identical. Man's flanks, Spanish and Persian's pockets. So I believe all the teams will be pretty happy with that. He has Mono's pockets. He'll do castle on Nikov base. Well, then he is open, right? Yeah, he can wall quite a bit as well. We will see. And there's a big difference between... Oh, actually we have extra stone spots here, the teams. I didn't know that. So this arena version has 2 5-tile stone spots instead of... Wait. Otherwise it's 5 and 4, right? This one is 5 and 5. And I believe we have a bit more gold as well. It's 8 tiles. Yeah, 8 tiles is normal, right? No, wait. 7. Okay, so every gold spot has 1 more tile, and every one of the stone spots has 1 more tile as well. Okay, didn't know that. I knew that there had some changes, but yeah, seems all reasonable here, I would say. Let's decrease the speed a bit. ACM fading a bit with the ball lure, but now microing everything to perfection. Okay, guys, what do you think? Aztecs against Mongols. What's a better pick? How should Nikov play this out to not die very quickly here against the potential aggression of Back-T? I'd sacrifice the Spanish or Persians for Aztecs though. Okay. Is that? Okay, instead of extra resources in the middle or at the sides, like before, everyone has a bit more for himself. Makes sense, because Arena, the big problem for Arena always is and was. Yeah, the trade is just so tough to accomplish. ACM should get maybe the trap, no, but Semaname is letting him pass. I went for 10 euro sub simply because I wanted nearly to unlock the next emote faster. Oh, thank you so much, mate. Yeah, I think we're on a good way. Maybe by the end of the Nations Cup, we can get more. And I'm motivated to stream quite a bit. Sadly, I won't be streaming a lot the next 2 weeks, but after that, I'm going full ham again. Silver League will be super interesting. So yeah, we will see how that goes, how the channel develops. Pretty motivated to make it grow. I believe my YouTube channel has great content as well. But yeah, we will see about that. Arena game, obviously, as you all know, not the most entertaining first 10 minutes. Most entertaining thing actually happened here. Say my name, losing a villager to a boar, or maybe a sheep on rabies. So curious how Nikov and Monos will play it out. That would be the most interesting of all the strategy choices here. I believe Baek can just go for an aggressive Monk Rush. Should be a pretty easy choice. And I believe the pocket should just boom. I don't really want to see Conquistadors here. And probably the two Mayans players will go for Plumed Archers. A pretty standard play. Not on stone and not on gold yet though. Here's Mr. FedEx. Cool, 3 on stone, so that will be your standard caster timing. Most of the time you have 3 on stone and Dark Age, and add 2 villagers from Feudal Age on it. Actually trying to get some hits done here, and trying to find an engagement. Baek T should be asking for the scout of Say My Name, who is very late with his deer push here. That's a bit surprising to me, that he still didn't push a single deer. He's trying to be a bit annoying, wants to get as much damage done against the scouts, but now we'll get into a tough spot here, I would say. Some fight when Nikov hits Feudal Age, and that could be any second now. Looking at 90%. Nice resources for him, will be a solid Castle Age time for sure. 24 plus 2 will be his goal. And that being played without Loom even, so... Solid Castle Age timing and a very strong boom. But he didn't click the blacksmith yet. Uh-oh! And he didn't notice. Okay, no he did. And it was only one lumber camp. 6 on wood so far. Now sending more from the berries over. And yeah, FedEx finally sending some on stone as well. So that will be the defensive castle. Most likely some Plumed Archer Wars, nothing too special. And it will mainly come down who of the 2 pocket positions here will have more Cavaliers and Paladins out faster. Now we see Nikov axing around the base here of Baek T. Trying to get an angle. And that's interesting. 2 villagers on the blacksmith, 1 villager on the market. Baek T, a small screw up here. We'll have a bit of idle TC. Nikov 14-8. Let's see how efficient that boom will be, but pretty crisp build up so far by him. Roomstock was in the games yesterday, yeah. A lot of players had wins, had losses. Roomstock only had losses. Playing 0-0. Feels bad, man. But not really much he could do. Yeah, maybe we want to discuss that later on. Roomstock, what do you think how the strategy should have been against those 2 aggressive styles of the frantic guys there? And how one should have played against that? Say My Name looks like a pure boom. We have ACM pretty late with the deer push as well, but yeah, his positioning was so much worse here. Roomstock is a joker for Finland. Okay. Let's take a look. Uh-oh, 2 aggressive villagers here of Baek T. He plays it 15-24. Take a look how he will defend that. 1 extra TC, 2 extra TCs, even at the stone. So no stone walls for him pretty soon. And indeed, Monos is sending over villagers, which should get scouted by Say My Name. Not really. I believe he didn't see that. No, no chance for him. Oh, he could have, but he probably didn't. The Monarch will build a defensive castle. That means he will be open at the side. Interesting strat. Yeah, Runestock, no. Runestock let his enemy in, but then tried to wall, yeah. Okay, let's see what they see. I think I want to go into the point of view of back T here. Let me quickly see if we're missing anything on the other side. Doesn't look like it. Oh, what's going on here? Oh, killing a villager! And what's that? Look at that! FedEx, Juan, Nikov, and Monos all in the base of ACCM who was open and needed to wall his whole base. Ugly spot for him. Yeah, he has one XTC, but still, he's playing it without Loom so far. Now needs to get Bowsaw, and now is heavily going on gold to get enough gold to get Loom. Interesting stuff. At the same time, Monos having the defensive castle up. Is he still on stone? But only with 2 villagers. So back T should now go on Monos and should be able to kill him. I'm so surprised. I believe that is not a viable strategy if back T reacts properly. Now sending a villager over, finally has Loom. Take a look what the scouts are doing. Still 1 eagle, 3 feudal 8 scouts. They can easily kill those 4 villagers if they want to go for it. Well, now back T doesn't see the castle. Late second monastery, he's playing it pretty much all in. Or like the aggression that you are expecting of an AdSec player. Doesn't know anything yet. And let's take a look. Monos. Oh, we'll lose that fight. And yeah, could have been even more brutal. But yeah. Unfortunate spot for ACM for sure. But oh, now Plumed Archers are coming over. And ACM still didn't wall. That's an ugly spot. And back T sees a red villager over there. And knows, okay, there has to be a castle. And is now instantly switching over. And I believe this is super ugly here for Monos. I don't really see how he cannot die against that Monk push. We'll see. 47 villagers here for Nikov, 51 for FedEx. And the other side, say my name. The only guy booming was 46, a bit behind. Now Plumed Archers and FedEx. Not getting the kills done. Scouts helping out against the Plumed Archers. No upgrade so far for Cool. ACM now sending villagers to the front, but that's not going to work. One relic collected. Not the most important thing. Defensive tower now by Monash, but he is not on stone with a lot of villagers here. Huh. Now going for favor. Not 100% sure if that's good. Not doing anything and costing 120 gold there. Yeah, he increases by 5 HP, but I believe another monk would have been the better option here. And now it gets interesting. Those rams are tough to get killed. Oh, we'll see. FedEx still very active. Where is... Oh, we can see Say My Name going for the stable aggression. So they will try to kill Monash here. Let's take a look. Conquistadors are coming over. Back T should see that. Let's see how his conversions are going. He is starting them. 1 conversion should be done. Getting some conversions here in the back as well. 2 conversions for him and that's it. So yeah, clicked pretty poorly. Oh, he still has 2 mana monk juices. Getting 5 converts. Back T is getting 5 converts here. Mono's completely out of conks and now he has no chance of fighting off those battering rams. That was so well done for back T. Yeah, he lost a lot of monks, but that's what I said. Monash cannot really reinforce and cannot really go over to the side. And that's what I said, the defensive castle is not really a viable team strategy here. Now trying to go for the siege workshop. Good luck against 5 Kongs. Rams already out. The Eagle Warrior that sees it instantly and monks. They only have to rely on Nikov, who is having 40 Cs up, is having the 66 villagers, but yeah, Monos will die. And yeah, we'll see. ACM, yeah, heavily behind against Huan, so that's good for them. Oh, this is in some trouble. All the Conquistadors, obviously now full HP again. And queuing up more and more monks. More Kongs going over to get converted. And let's see. I'm just trying to send them over. Conquistadors should position themselves a bit more to the left hand side so that they can intercept the villagers. Let them get home. And trying to convert against the villagers. That's why the RNG is so much better for him if he wants to convert the Conquistadors now as well. They are trying to go back. It's not getting any, but that was a lot of dead villagers here. And Monos just in a world of trouble. We see FedEx coming over, but Semaname already out with some knights. Does not have any defense upgrades just yet. 70% there on the +1. And the attack bonus of the Persians obviously helping him out. Let's take a look how Monash will be able to defend that. The big thing though is still the boom is so much better for the two, yeah, completely booming players here, Juan and Nikov. I believe Semaname going for knights was a mistake. Juan is up to Imperial Age, 98 villagers, that will be just incredibly strong. Same on ACM, just in a horrible spot with that, yeah, big problems there from before. A solid 30 villagers behind his enemy, and yeah, now the Magnet's going down, so yeah, Monash did die. But ACM just having the walls open there, and nice team execution there by the Argentinians, really giving them an advantage over there. And still the big question is, how will Nikov play this out? Now on the way to Imperial Age as well. Monash will lose his starting TC. Say my name is killing a player who would be dead anyways. I believe that is a very poor decision that Say my name is going for knights here. What can he really do? Cool is around anyways. That you see, he isn't really contributing. Yeah, he did fight off some. ACM sending a Scorpion over to help. That's the spirit of team play there. Okay, Monash might actually lose all his villagers. Uh-oh. Well, he still has 4 left over here, yeah. Okay, so that's good. So he cannot get defeated. But yeah, it's looking ugly for him. Nikov should still win his side, yeah, but only because Say My Name invested so much into Castle Army. If he would be up to Imperial Age, like, if he had the same boom like Huan, I don't really see him doing a game deciding advance there. Okay, now stable to Monash building a market, not 100% sure why. Eminem needs to go up to Castle Age as well. ACM so slow with this boom, he's playing at only 3 TCs. I believe he should have added a 4 TC there for sure. Just maybe Cool has an advantage there against FedEx, same amount of villagers, military count, virtually even. But yeah, he's up to Imperial Age a bit earlier, I want to say, but FedEx already is in Imperial Age here. Oh wait, no, that's both Castle Age, so it seems, yeah. Of trying to fight himself out here, and yeah, we'll absolutely have no problems there. Monash down to pop 12. That's all okay. Doesn't matter. It all comes down how Nikov will play, and yeah, back T kind of needs to tag into SO now. He can't click up any second. He has 70 villagers only though. On 3 TCs, yes, we're researching paladins now. The dance here of Monash actually killing a scorpion there in no man's land. Oh, an ACM. That's a big story that cost them so much. Nikov, 3rd castle up. Could even reclaim that relic here. That's my name. 60% castle age. Still has a lot of knights left. A lot means 16 here. And now let's see what Nikov can do. Will lead some minimal damage against the Scorpion there. But yeah, even out micros there. Now the big problem over here, Nationscup being alone against FedEx. He has the upgrade advantages, but yeah, he needs paladin support ASAP from ACM, but yeah, I don't even see Cavalry upgrade is coming for ACM, but paladins for Huan will finish so much earlier. Take a look, maybe catching the Mangrites off guard would be a good option here. And yeah, getting some reasonable hits done against them, so that's pretty good. And killing 2, maybe even 3. Cool, won't get that castle up for sure. He still is in a reasonable position against FedEx, has the early MPLH timing. But the big problem will be the amount of Cavaliers or Knights here. Huan against ACCM. 3 CCs only 100 villages. Huan is at 131. Tech advantage, resources advantage, all in his favor. Nikov now reclaiming his front gold spots. Did he have a gold spot? Yeah, he did. Okay. I was a bit confused here for a small second. 4 castles up, and that's now Mangrite production for ages. Small attack here for back T, should maybe get some converts, no, but doesn't have any mana juice. Oh god, that will be not a single convert. Completely cleared up here, back T just overstepping. He got 2 converts in, lost all his monk juice, and then the army completely erased there. Actually all 4 players came to clear up those 8 monks. Cool, keeping up the pressure. Got his CC up, his castle there. Should be aiming for even more castles. Let's take a look. It's heavily on stone. So that's his goal for sure. Back T going for block printing, but with what tech? I think going for onagers would be the better tech for now. He has the resources to tech for it. Oh, Huan, did he cancel paladins or did he lose a stable or something? Did the stable get converted where he researched paladins? ACM will even have them finished earlier. I'm a bit confused there. One should have them for quite some time now. Mangrite's coming over. Say my name. Going to the top as well, and it feels like this might be the spot where everything goes down. In the range of 2 castles here, some bloomed archers in the back. HCM, reasonable numbers, but Mangrite's over here, left hand side, winning them the fight. This castle will go down for sure, but trying to set up another one. Where is Say My Name? He is having this army and not really fighting. That's a big problem, because Nikov is over here and trying to help out paladins now a bit earlier for HCM. I believe Cool needs to retreat though. Just not the numbers for ACM. At the moment he's looking at 30 military against 140. So many arrows here in the air from all the players, but I feel it's not enough for the Vietnamese guys. Where is BNS Yellow? He is trying to engage something over here, but would be needed so much at the other side. The next castle under heavy fire here of Cool, trying to somehow hold on, but there's no buffer in front of his plumed archers. That castle will go down as well, and then suddenly we're looking at a Mayans player with only 1 castle, and in all honesty, against 4-5 traps here, and against that big army, he might go down to 0 castles pretty soon. Trying to go for masonry. Finally, Semaname is going to the top, but it might be a little too late. The timing was so much better for our Argentinians here. ACM trying to regroup, is now building a castle of his own. Maybe should have even given the resources to Cool. Would have been the better option. Back here at the same time, not really getting onto army. He's at pop 100. Has the Onager attack? Yes, but that's it for now. Cool, rebuilding his castles a bit further back, up to 2 again. Some raids here. Oh, back T. Somewhat annoying here in the middle. Not 100% sure how fashioned that is though. Without any upgrades on his pikemen. And 7A now coming over, and that's a nice clear up. We see most of the Mangalites of Nikov going in the middle and trying to defend. Therefore, we have now an opening here for Cool, and this is turning into a very close, very nice game. ACM is getting onto reasonable pop. Say my name is roughly pop 200, I would say. But the big thing still is, as we said before, Mongols in late Imperial Age, and he did not get punished enough. They can decide a game alone. Back T attacking SO though. He's trying to defend against all that attack, but no castles for him and not really able to do too much. Trying to set up the trade is now the next step for both teams. At the moment, I don't see a single trade card out for any of the teams. Not setting up the markets just yet. FedEx, 2.2 castles. Cool. 2 castles. Lots of paladins out. Oh, that's a big gold spot. And look if Back T can stay aggressive there. Lost all his monks, so no more conversions to get more villagers. I'm trying to crawl slowly forward here with all his SO. Maybe should build some SO at the top side here. That's a beautiful engagement, I would say, for the Vietnamese guys. Paladins need to retreat off Huan, closing down the distance against Nikov here as well. That looks pretty good. Some Paladins, and now the regrouping is pretty good here by Nikov. Where are the traps? Cool needs to send more traps. I believe now VNS needs to retreat after maybe killing that amount of Mangalites here at the side. So Nikov not having the perfect control at the moment, but it's obviously tough fighting at 4 sides at the same time. Or controlling 4 groups, better said. And we'll give it, getting some more loss. I believe now HCM is overextending a bit here. Huan still missing the last attack upgrade, getting it now. As O-Tech finally finished for Back T, he is building the Citro shop at the other side, so they will be added now momentarily. Those Mangalites are so tough to deal with, man. If you want to run, you get so many arrows in the back of your head. And still lose so many HP retreating there. C-Tram now for Cool. It's still a 4v3. That's a big issue. Monos at the moment at pop 26. So didn't get a lot of sling as it seems. FedEx, one of his gold spots is here at the front, so pretty ugly spot for him. We still see the Mangalites not really contested. Paladins at the front dying heavily. At the same time, yeah, trade not really an option here for our Argentinians. A bit better setup here for Vietnam. I would say they have the better transition into the late game here, but obviously it's still a 4v3. Back T, let's take a look. Having his SO out, Paladins now as well. Should be going for some ram attacks maybe, or maybe some traps. Nice amount of plumed archers here in the 60s is Cool. Close to 60 is FedEx as well. But so many rams just eating all the arrows and not really dying. Let's take a look. Back T now going forward with his SO shots. Is knocking at the door of the siege workshop here, and FedEx needs to retreat. Let's take a look. Paladins now trying to take the fight here against the traps, trying to snipe them down, go in, destroy the traps and go out. Should be the plan here. Let's take a look. Nikov trying to go for the split micro against the SO, but will get some damage and only gets 1 SO, but gets out alive. Cool needs to focus on the production of his traps. He's up to 5 castles pretty soon again. And we see, yeah, they're trying to organize their trade. At the same time, Nikov a bit annoying. Back T not having any real upgrades on his pikeman really hurts him. Only +2 defense now, no attack upgrades out of 8. Large is just doing so much job here. FedEx trying to go for his 3rd gold spot. But will be tough. Do we see any trade setup? Juan is now going for a castle as well. That's maybe the options you want to go for. SO will kill all. We will see about that. Back T needs to get onto high numbers and needs to control them properly. And they need to be protected by Mangalites and Paladins. Or they need to be protected off. Or from. Exactly, yeah. They need to be protected from Paladins and Mangalites. Small pause here. Are they not slinging Monos? They should. Yeah, some resources would really help. But look at that. Monos not really... What is he doing? are booming in the middle of the map where we can see even raids getting in and losing more villagers here. Oh, Monos. Oh, well, he saves one villager, but that's not really what he wants to. Should be, yeah, really putting his thoughts into. He overstanding a bit with his SO. Not really having the eco rolling for him. Trade is solid. 10 to a solid 30 now for Vietnam. Lots of paladins here for Juan. ACM not having the numbers, not 100% sure where he is. Now getting the engagement a bit better here, I would say. The Rams now from FedEx helping out against, yeah, everything that Cool has as well. Castles on the back helping out from basically both players. So it seems like most of the paladins will fall from both sides. Juan having a bit more, that forces Cool to retreat. Back to asking for resources and is getting them. So Nikov in full control here. Back to pop 100. Back to now even switching on to skirmishers. Why doesn't Monos get back to his base? Well, we always saw some units being built here and some raids even coming in. Oh man, Monos, this poor guy, and that's a pretty sweet raid here. Take a look, now it's the time for the SO of Bekti to do some damage. Trying to snipe them down is the plan of that paladin, but well protected for now. And Juan is going back. At the same time, still Bekti in a world of troubles, not getting the SO numbers out he wants to. And say my name with all his paladins. Trying to defend. Take a look, what is Bekti doing here? Trying to build villagers, not really pikeman production, going for skirmishers now. Not really queuing up his siege workshop, not really sure what Bekti is doing at the moment. Oh, that's a nice amount of traps, so FedEx will for sure lose one castle here. SO protecting now as well, let's take a look if they can get some kills done. Uh-oh, and now we see Juan taking into Lightcap. That means they're out of gold. And as you can see, trade is very minimal still. 16 for Nikov. And as we can see, in the solid 70s for the VNS guys. Now going for all the trap kills, and I believe they will get some. But we'll lose all the paladins again here for Juan, and then the Rams of FedEx will die again. FedEx will lose the castle nonetheless, and actually the traps aren't even really getting sniped. Juan in a bad spot here. The big question is, can they do the damage against Nikov? Caravans now for Bekti. I'm not sure if Skirms is really the best option here for him. There's over here at the side, and now more army of Juan is coming in. Where's HCM's army? He's only looking at 12 military at this moment. Why is that? Just HCM, where is all your army? He's lacking gold as it seems. Not really getting the production up. No SO here at the side for Bekti as well. Not having that gold spot really hurt them. Now Nikov is getting that one, so he can, yeah, still kind of afford to not get the trade running instantly. Seven Aim is still very active here in the middle, and Bekti is controlling that area here as well. So it's still 4 bases against 3 bases, if you can count Bekti's base as one for them. Nikov, perfect control, going back here. And no Mangudai support at the moment here at the top. Mangudai is still very efficient. FedEx trying to reset that castle at the exact place he just lost his castle. Take a look as though could maybe get some big shots now here at the top. FedEx shouldn't be looking anywhere else but at this, and indeed he is pulling back. Solid job. Cool. Trying to maybe fall back would be an option. He is heavily outnumbered. He's only looking at 50 military against a solid 80 of FedEx here, and not having a lot of support. There's O in the back getting sniped down again, and now facing a lot of rams. I believe he needs more help. Clearing up that here is absolutely needed. Back T finally pushing out against Nikov. Where's Nikov? He is freeing this area in the middle here. Big problems for Cool now. Getting another very aggressive castle up, so that's good for him. He is up to 5 again, but as we can see, FedEx has 2 traps, 3 castles for him, and yeah, for him it's just so much easier staying behind enemy lines, or really the fighting lines, as well as Bloom Archers, and is not really dropping in the numbers. He is at 90 military at the moment. Juan though needs to go for the hazard tech. We can see no one trading but Nikov at this side, and here Back T is only at 6, but now reclaiming his own gold spots and finally getting the castle up there. And seems like he's doing a good job against Nikov. Where's all of Nikov's army now going for Back T's side again? And that's a lot of paladins, so he can absolutely fight this off unless he takes 2 or 3 SO shots. Then it's all going the other way around. ACM 23 military now, but a bit more visible at least. He's going for the light cav tech as well. The transition, as we said before, into the late game is so tough on Arena because your trade line is just so much shorter. And it is sometimes tough to really get the trade running. Back T, unfortunate spot for him to not really access his gold spot. He has a castle up, should be getting Garland Wars, but he is not at the moment. Same name again coming in here, just cleared up from Nikov, but Paladins again, so annoying at that spot. At the same time, maybe SO can finally get a shot. Still not getting it done. Cool is patrolling in. Let's take a look. Back T needs some micro. Now finally fighting down those houses. What is Nikov doing? Do we see any SO coming out here for Back T? Not really at the moment. SO shot. Well, killing one plume for a change. And that's Cool now going for the halberdier. Well, that's a bit interesting to me. I believe going for Plumed Archers only is so much better than, yeah, going for some buffer units himself. But yeah, we're facing a lot of Hussars, facing a lot of Paladins from before, so I can see that. And yeah, who are not really having the help now. Now we can see Semaname and... oh, we missed that fight over here. Semaname losing most of his army against Nikov. 1 SO shot, getting a reasonable amount of mango dice there. And if he can continue that, let's take a look how that shot will be. Well, he gets 4 or 5 kills again. And what I want to say is Semaname and ACM just staying very aggressive here on that side. So many traps out for Cool. And the big problem is FedEx now down to only 3 castles here. And they are just in a world of trouble. SOs, Back T is standing out more. Nikov trying to find the trade right now. But the trade all behind set stone walls, so that's good for them. The push continues here at the top. 150 trade against 40. Let me do the math. Yeah, correct. Even a bit more for both. But yeah, big numbers indeed for the VNS guys, having the transition so much better. And this is the whole map of Argentina. Remember that, guys. VNS is looking strong to take game number 2 here as well. FedEx needs to retreat. We'll lose that castle for sure. Nikov at the same time trying to take the engagement. Monosh is sending over, now sending in some light cap. He is to 95 pop after the 58 minutes, going down heavily there, not saving a lot of villagers. That's something that the Finnish guys did so much better yesterday, for example, on the Black Forest game. So no Garland Wars here for Back T, if I see that correctly. But the main issue is over here, the push. Look at that, Cool. Very aggressive siege workshop there here. And nice amount of rams. Back T, only 1 SO. That's not the numbers he wants to go to. Ah, well, here's the second one, but not a lot of more production. Now the Hazards of Huan trying to take another engagement. Look at that, cool, just building stuff here at the front. That's so well done by him. Nikov, just so annoying. Back T, pop 70. He is now more out of the game than Monos. But the big push is here at the left-hand side, and that castle is going down. FedEx, that's the last from the archers he will get in a very long time. Will go down to only 1 production facility pretty soon. And there are so many more ramps out. The traps are still alive. I believe it's looking... yeah, tougher and tougher for him. At the same time, Huan still 0 trade, Mona 0 trade, FedEx at 3. That's just such a bad late Imperial Age play by them. They have the market set up, but yeah, just pure hunters won't really do the job here. Nikov going in for some raids. Maybe even adding elephants would be yeah, would be somewhat of an option. Now we are in the 1 hour mark. But yeah, it's just a dream. It's just my dream. Most of the time, it's not the best option. But Nikov maybe can push into the trade here. It's still very tough to contest that. Back T should get as many SO out as he can to defend that area. Now they're acting like madmen. Semenem is repositioning his gathering points. Let's take a look if Back T is able to do some damage. Gets, well, some hazards for now. Should be focusing on the Mangalites though. Take a look at the engagement. We still see the push continuing here, and indeed only +1 attack for Back T. FedEx not even getting that castle up. Might get some more here in the back, but as I said, so many rams, so many traps as well from behind. The only hope is really that Mangalite push here for Mr. Nikov. Losing all his buffer hunters now, and I believe those Mangalites aren't really the numbers that they need. Yeah, killing the SO here. Beautiful snipe with the hunters for now. But still 1 SO out, and yeah, enough paladins I would say for Say My Name. And if they cannot kill the trade quickly, it's looking better for VNS, and indeed Nikov is stopped at the right hand side, and they're pushing on the left hand side. So that's a 2-0 for VNS, taking the home map here of Argentina. And yeah, I just said the defense of Monos is not the right defense here. I believe what Say My Name did wasn't great either, but in the long run, I believe the big problem was really Juan not building any trade. Look at that, KSKD, 212 against 480, and that's a guy who should build only paladins. Only paladins. Well, yeah, you have all your villagers idle when you resign. So that's the reason why it shows. All of them idle. Oof. I think Nikov should be pushing way faster. Huan should be having way more army and trade, and Monos did incredible bad job. Yeah, Monos didn't save villagers properly, didn't have any towers up. That wasn't nice by him. He, I believe, even needs to build 2 castles, maybe. Next map will be the home map of VNS. And yeah, there's still the total 1 hour because the very bad choice there of Semenem to go for Castle Age army against Monos, who was out of the game anyways. And that's why Nikov in the first place was able to push so well. The trade is just so brutal. Look at that. Combined 7k, they combined 27k. Just a joke. Just a joke. Okay. That's 2-0 for Vietnam. Now 3 match points for them. And Robo is the host and in control of the game. I believe we are doomed. Maybe he wants to make another admin decision here. Would be his specialty for sure. Now party joining. Interesting. 4 Monash at the teams. 7 played great. Well, I believe his Castle Age decision was bad, but after that he controls his paladins pretty well, got big numbers in. He wasn't there early imp when the big fight was at the top. There was Cool and ACM's low numbers. And we don't know what was going on with Juan and his paladin upgrade there. Argentina going home with 0 wins in the knockout stage. Well, 2 teams have to go. No, 1 team has to go home with 0 wins. Like, we need an 8th place. So, why not? Why not them? No, 0 game wins, not set wins. Oh, 0 wins. Yeah, 0-3. Is this best of 5? Yes, it is. As you can see, left hand side shows you all the 5 potential maps. The timing of that paladin upgrade really hurt them. Yeah, I have no idea what happened there for Juan. That was really ugly for him. Home map of VNS, Decentering and Golden Crater would be the next 3 maps that we could be seeing here. But at the moment it feels that VNS will take it. They launched, I'll ask for the map, maybe someone can tell me. Bedouins! Interesting. Okay guys, next try to do the laundry. Now we will have at least 6 minutes and I finished like 80% of it. So I will be back sooner than last time. But you missed like 30 seconds of the start of an arena game. I'm not really sure if we will miss so much. So Bedouins now for Argentina. I believe that's the map that they beat SY on. So a good start. Start a comeback. Oh, back before the spectator even started. Maybe without Monos there's hope. Monos played pretty strong Aztecs on both Bedouins games there. Pyramid Stiff? Oh, interesting. I was so sure that someone would deny it. And I was like, should I go for it, or will someone do it, or what's going to happen? Mono's reaction to his play? Suiciding Sec. Oh, okay. Okay, speculate 4 minutes roughly. Time for a quick joke, guys. Give me some. What's the difference between a newborn baby and a taxi? Okay. Never been inside of a taxi. Haha. Okay. Who are the fastest readers? (9/11) victims. I went through 87 stories in 3 seconds. Oof. Ooh. Oof. Okay. I didn't read the message of the Fire Nation, but the taxi has been inside the baby. Oh, that's not how it works. Oh. Uh-oh, restart incoming. Don't get overexcited, guys. Was an inside job. Yeah. Oh, I'm telling them it's a re and everyone is saying set off. Idiots. What happened to 10? It got caught between 9/11. Okay. Let's see who used the restart and why. Our standard civilizations from both teams. Persians, Spanish, Chinese, Mayans, kind of what we expected. And yeah, Nico was telling me re. And what is that? FedEx? Okay, seems like he doesn't like this map here. That's a very early decision to go for a re. Oh god, partying. Not docking at a lake. Oh god, I don't want to see that anymore. Oh god. Yeah, Zero Empire, the noob. Says set off, doesn't see that's a restart. Tim meets naked girl and asks rating. See Civ? Well, actually the Civ that we kind of expected. Chinese, Mayans, Persians, and Spanish for Vietnamese. And Argentina is playing it with Aztecs. There are 10 kinds of people in the world. Those who understand binary and those who don't. What's with the other 8? Oh, really mad. Ma'am giving coaching here. Why did they Because Partin didn't build a CC at Shawfish. So weird. Yeah. Oh, Killer B, the curious guy. He wants to know what's up. I want another genius joke, yes, please. Why do Java programmers wear glasses? Ah! Because they can't see. Okay. So chemist and his friend in a bar. The chemist orders H2O and the friend says, I like some H2O too. And he dies. Rip in pepperonis. Second chemist. Or his friend. You don't get it, Belgium? Well, it's tough. Like that joke works better when told than when written down. C#. Okay. More chemist jokes. H2SO5. That's a chemist joke. Okay. Haha. Okay, now I will get the laughing ostrich. For every good joke. Okay, let me see, what can I read more? Okay, another re. Don't get overexcited. It seems to be the re of VNS now. What are they doing? Chinese millions. Now Mamp is saying chat off. The guy who was so clever before. She's running quite a long time. Who has a very good CC? Who else should we look at? ACM and Feminine Gray. Oh, that is okay, right? ACM Coterie, interesting. Well, okay, time for more jokes. What's the best part of 25-year-olds? There are 20 of them. Okay. What do you call an unemployed physicist? Physicist? You have to give the answer. Okay, Project Belgium. What's the difference between a pencil and a feminist? A pencil has a point. Okay. Why did the guy get fired from the orange juice factory? You have to give the answer as well, Roomstock. Okay, this is not my joke. I failed a biology test. Okay, he couldn't concentrate. I failed a biology test the other day. The question was, what is commonly found in cells? Apparently, black people wasn't the answer. Ooh. That's a good one. Okay. It's commonly found in cells. Oh. Okay. How do you call a white guy with a big penis? Michael Jackson. Why do you send Jews that have ADHD? A concentration camp. Okay. Concentration camp. I hope my channel will still be active tomorrow. Did you hear about the guys who entire left side got cut off? He's all right now. Ooh. Ooh. Dude, nearly is Germany. The Holocaust is a very sensitive issue here. Not really. My cousin's girlfriend is so ugly you can't leave her alone with Bill Cosby. Ooh. Why would it be a more sensitive issue for me only because I'm German? Amsterdam. Have sex and get stoned. Saudi Arabia. Have sex and get stoned. Kappa. Ah, Project Battle who's getting the good jokes here. Dude, the Holocaust was like 10 years ago. Get over it. That long ago? How time flies. Okay, guys sitting at home when he hears a knock at the door. He opens the door and sees a snail on the porch. He picks up the snail and throws it as far as he can. Good start for a joke. 3 years later, there's a knock on the door. He opens it and sees the same snail. The snail says, what the hell was that all about? Okay. Ooh. Oh, guys, we might actually have some Age of Empires content here. I'm sorry for that, but yeah. Actually, 3 of you tuned in to see some stupid villagers moving, and since I kind of promised it to them, I think I will provide some stuff here for the guys who just got super confused by all the racist jokes. We are still in the best of 5. Vietnam A is ahead by 2 points. And now both teams are out of restarts. We will see Nikov playing his Chinese. His teammate Patin will play with the Malians. We have FedEx with Spanish. And Mono's now playing Grey. And I have no idea where he's on the minimap here. So very clumped up, all 4 of them. Speaking of clumped up, back to an ACM. Very close together here. Then we have 7-8 with the Persians and Cool with the Mayans. So overall, I would say the civilizations, yeah, both playing with Mayans, Spanish and Chinese, but Persians for our 7-8 player and Aztecs for Monosh, who the other day went for archers all the time. Oh, what does the 1600 mean in the game chat? Normally it shows their rating, but since we are playing on a special tournament settings, they aren't really doing anything with their rating. So everyone is with the standard starting rating there, 1600. Normally you would see higher ratings there from all the players, since they're all winning players. And yeah, you would see a lot of 2200, 2300 all around those players as their ratings, but not if we play official tournaments. Then we always have the tournament lobby or letter plate and only have 1600 ratings here. Now it seems like you want to continue with the jokes. I will try to focus a bit on the game for a change. We will see about that, but in all honesty, it is Bedouins at the start, so I will take a small look here. Okay. Zama against Bush, that makes sense. What does a dyslexic, agnostic, insomniac do? He stays up all night wondering if there really is a dog. What? Agnostic? I got it! Oh! Mr. T9 in the chat. T90 salute!
T90 salute.
Oh, T90. Yeah, welcome to the channel. Very much looking forward to our great matches on Friday. The big poker battle. Oh, not poker. Soccer battle. And Saturday, obviously Gamescom. Should be pretty epic. Thank you so much for your support, T90. Looking very much forward to meeting you finally in person. And yeah, village account for same name very low, I have to say. Only looking at 9 here. Compare that to the 11 of Monash here. Both should have the pretty same number. Are you the only one with nearly high emote? Yes, you are. And me. There were two old ladies sitting on a park bench talking when a flasher came by. The flasher stood right in front of them and opened his trench coat. The first of the ladies had a stroke, but the second old lady couldn't reach it. Oh, guys, this is really. Uh-oh, FedEx, wake up. Okay. Let's see, 4 HP here. Should get home, indeed, yeah. I want that nearly high. Only like 5 subs left, guys. And then everyone can get nearly high. Yeah, oh, T90, tell some cringy jokes. T90, what do you think of a show-off between us? Maybe even Friday evening. And we have a dad joke battle. And whoever laughs loses. That would be so great. I think we both would be like very creative with the dad jokes. And I think that would be so funny. Oof. You would laugh though. Well, the aim is to not laugh. You can make plenty of dad jokes. Okay, then give me one here. If you cannot hold yourself back, then it's obviously super tough for you. I don't have a poker face, man. Okay, seems like a team all here for our Vietnamese guys. ACM already setting up everything, and take a look. FedEx pretty much in the middle of the map here. Cool and Back T already up. Pretty solid starts by them. Pop 20 is certainly something you can do. Johnny would laugh at his own jokes first. Yeah, well, I think I have to read my own jokes like 20 times to me, so they don't instantly laugh as well. Oh. Yeah, that would be so good. Maybe we can do it like streamed live on our channels would maybe be a bit better. But, well, we need to entertain the 30 people there. Oh, well, that's a tough one, especially because for me as a non-native speaker. Just one random topic and I have to come up with puns. I believe I don't have the skill for that, honestly. But yeah, I'm super creative in German when it comes to puns. Okay, team wall nearly complete here. Back T, is he on gold or is he going for scouts? That looks like scouts from Back T here. Yeah, going for double with X as well. So we will see him going for some map control. ACM, is he on stone? I don't see him on stone yet. There he is. So that will be Conquistadors by him. 7 aim, expecting him to go for the full boom. Expecting Cool to go for plumed archers. There's a stone, so yeah, that's all standard. We have Nikov going with the night tech here. Monosh playing it kind of boom style here. I don't see offensive villagers, but he can still send them later on. Maybe a monk rush there. FedEx pretty late with his uptiming. We'll go for Conquistadors as well. And Patin here out of the pocket position. Don't see him on stone yet. Oh, there he is. But only 2 villagers for now, so needs to send way more there. How many narcissists does it take to change a light bulb? 1. He holds up the bulb while the world revolves around him. Okay. Let's see what Bacti can do with the scouts. I think normally on that map he shouldn't be able to do too much. Villages are easily walled off. But yeah, you can always get a lot of map vision, keep them home first. When do Nationscup and Bacti come back to the game after a pause? That actually might be open still here, right? They come back when their tea is cool. Ooh. Okay. The teams talk before the game starts. We will take the left side and the right side. Or does it always work like this? Yeah, you have fixed starting positions, so they should somewhere be placed closely together. Sometimes it gets a bit scrappy, but most of the time you're trying to walk towards that direction. Especially on like Nomad. Or Nomad is pretty scrappy, but Land Nomad everyone has a fixed position. Okay, 5 on stone over here. So yeah, expecting Seminame to go for his pure Paladin boom again. And Monosh, what is he going for? Do I see any villagers on the map? Not really. Oh, he's sending villagers over. He's building monks at the base of Nikov. Oh, that's far away from everyone. And that's towards the Mayans player. I believe it could not be worse. Back at home and against the guy who you do the worst job converting, actually. Maybe wants to be far away from Bacti, fearing the scouts. Why did the hipster burn his tongue? He drank his coffee before it was cool. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. I really need that as a laugh. Okay, focusing on the game now. I won't read any more chats unless someone screams like I'm muted. In before screams that I'm muted. Actually, he's still around with a lot of map control. Monosh building his secret workshop pretty far in the back. Cool, now having the defensive castle up. I don't really see Nikov doing too much. Some wall is up and that knight should be under threat now from the Bloom Archers coming around indeed. And did I see fletching from Cool? Yes, I did. So that all makes sense. FedEx building the castle. Team wall is up. Another castle for HCM as well. Looks like a pretty standard game. What is Patin going for? Oh, Patin actually is going for the boom here. Tourist that he sees not any villagers on stone. I still believe like Monosh. Why did he scout so little of the map? What is his line of sight? Look at that. I believe this blind monk rush there. If you do that, I believe you need cartography. And
okay.
Yeah, I think you need to risk a bit more there. Oh, not 100% sure. You're not trying to go for the aggression here. But in all honesty, I believe just deleting the palisade wall and jumping into the castle should be an easy task here for Nationscup. And should be pretty fine. Let's take a look. Nikov trying to take the engagement, trying to stay aggressive here, keep the Bloom Archers back, and maybe the Magna can get a shot done. Not running too smoothly. Oh, fuck. Okay. One villager killed here. At the moment, KD 2-0 in favor of VNS. So playing it very defensively. One villager went down, a tier 1 scout. So 20 minutes, not a lot of kills. And indeed, open to the palisades here. Villagers are sent over. Exactly the reaction I wanted to see. Seminame at the same time, playing it as a 3GC boom, as we want to see. Actually adding farms, that's pretty bad at this phase of the game already. Going for the wheelbarrow. And look at that, Monosh actually having the ground attack here on the house. Pretty nice move, so that he is not attacking the knights. but still doing damage against the house. At the same time, Plumed Archer's coming from behind, killing a villager. Maybe trying to snipe the other one, maybe trying to snipe the monk. Actually getting the snipe done there. Will lose a lot of HP though on his Plumed Archers, and will snipe the villager. Let's take a look. Going down to 4 HP, the micro is real. Mona's trying to micro. Beautiful micro there by Mona's, keeping her alive. Let's take a look of my name is Cool is trying to go in again. Not 100% sure how that should play out. And Mona's microing again. Where's the Plumed Archer from the other side? There, he's coming. Nice ground attack against those Plumed Archers. The villager finally down. And Back-T now should easily kill that Mangonel. Another monk around. And yeah, that seems like a successful defense. But yeah, Mona's did do some damage for sure. Conquistador's out to defend against Back-T's raiding over here. He is going for 2 stables and did do some aggression. But ACM... Oh no, not ACM. I mean, FedEx obviously pretty well set up here with his Conquistador defense and the castle. Same time, Nikov, no defense upgrade. Let's take a look at the villager count. Same name, 53 or 56 leading. Nikov on the other side, 55. Patin only at 51. Pretty strong start again by Nikov. Going with 2 stables, adding some knights, and still having the production running. Yeah, now coming around, should maybe get some kills against FedEx here. Arjun now even going for monks defensively. Closes ego down a bit. Could lose that village on the house and therefore would be, no, finished it, so not really important. Push in the middle here continues somewhat, and that's a TC. That looks like that wasn't cancelled. Say my name indeed. That was a destroyed TC. Nikov gets a big kill here against Say My Name, who needs to invest a lot there for the TC. And pretty good stuff for him. Extending a bit towards the castle here. And still VNS in solid control here, I would say. Take a look. VNS cool, going for the snipes against the monks. Gets 1. Gets 1.5. Gets 2. And now even probably losing Sprundarchus. Magna doing actually a lot of damage against the knights there. And yeah. Cool, not... Oh, actually getting 2 knight kills here against Nikov there with the Mangonel. Not 100% sure if that was debated by Cool or not. Cool, what is he doing? What is he thinking getting that castle up? That's just super optimistic. And Mona's actually doing quite a bit with this. Magnol's here, Back-T now coming over though. And those monks, only one has still monk juice in him. Let's see if he gets a convert. At least he started. And is not even finishing it. The Mangonel finished the monk. So Back-T killing 3 monks without getting a conversion against him. And that looks like... yeah, it stays strong. At the same time, Nikov already up to Imperial Age, but so is Say My Name. Nikov with 78 villagers. How is he doing that? Going for some knights here. And then still having a beautiful transition. Just the strength of the Chinese here. Going for a very, very strong boom. At the same time, we see Back-T going for more knights. Going for the map aggression. Tough for me to call. I would say better spot for VNS. We have very low villager count here for Monash, 42 only. After going heavily onto the monks, they are kind of playing at 1 TC all in and getting the raids in, not really optimizing his eco. Now having his villagers walled, cannot reach those shawfish even, and adding some farms, something they don't want to do, especially if we still have some shawfish around. And yeah. Beautiful play here by Nikov. But I believe Say My Name with the best eco at the moment, then the complete boom should be in a pretty good spot. Let's take a look how that engagement will go. Bacti staying aggressive against Nikov. And if Semaname is able to get something done against Nikov here, who only has 7 military at the moment, but Semaname still at 0, so didn't start the production yet, then it obviously would be looking very good for them. At the same time, ACM is getting some raids here, back in, getting some raids in the back. And I'm killing all the converted Kongs, killing all the Kongs of FedEx as well. And it's looking better and better here for our Vietnamese guys to go into the semifinals of the loser bracket here. And probably will play China Frantic, who are waiting for the winner of this whole series. Cool, Partin and ACM on the way to Imperial 8. Semaname getting the upgrades that he wants to get. The wood upgrade, the cavalry upgrade. No +4 just yet, but not the most important if he isn't fighting yet. Oh, he needs to speed wall here so that Nikov isn't getting in. Let's take a look. Nikov's trying to take a fight. Yeah. Where are those knights going now? Yeah, going quite a long way around. Semaname trying to lure the knights of Nikov away, who already has a +4. So the plumed archers of Cool won't really do much, but as we said before, on the way to Imperial 8, and if he gets chemistry and bracer, I think he's in a good spot, especially if they fight in range of a castle as well. Nikov getting quite a lot of damage here. Running into that castle. Actually, it's the 3rd one in production already. And now we have Semaname with the early upgrade, but Nikov is finishing his cavaliers any second as well. And that looks like a big eco raid over and over again. Bacti still very active here, left hand side. ACM trying to go in, Partin trying to go for some defenses. Now big engagement here, not really sure how much Cool is actually contributing to that. Needs to fall back, maybe try to lure 1 or 2 cavaliers away, would be the better option. Semaname, he will have the paladin attack against Nikov's only cavaliers though. So maybe that will be another big advantage for them. Having a person completely going for the boom is such a sweet spot here. Nikov trying to go for some raiding. We now have ACM on the way to paladins as well. Still has some conquistadors active, and that is a lot of farms here. Look at that. The Mayans player and FedEx already tapping out. They aren't even trying to contest the early input here, and wow. ACM just getting so many raids in against FedEx. Really controlling the game there. Something we didn't show too much. Patin did want to go for the boom, and yeah, just brutal aggression here by Bacti. Being incarcerated, going for mass knights. At the other side, I believe Monos, that wasn't a great strategy there. Monks from home without a scout is not a viable option. And I believe if you have Aztecs, you normally should be trying to get your TC as far in the middle of the map as possible. It's a best of 5. So the series is over here, guys. And I believe Monos, after 2 very strong games there, going for crossbows. Oh, wasn't really able to get the damage done here. ACM to FedEx Kitty is just so brutal. Patin getting 5 converts, but lost, I would believe, like roughly 26 villages, 20 villages maybe. And now we can see, yeah, ACM just heavily ahead against FedEx here. Patin not really getting in. That's only boom. Cool, the same, although he went for a lot of plumes. Nikov, nice boom, but yeah, not against a guy who goes for a complete boom only. So pretty convincing stuff here for Vietnam A. And let's take a look at the